Hi you guys, it's Yogi here, and I really want to speak to you today about experience versus the process. We're having a kind of resurgence of people wanting to be trained. Lots of people want to be teachers these days, and they're coming to people like me and saying, hey, I want training, I want to teach, but I want the experience. And what we're seeing is people want experiences, they want quick results, as they do when it comes to healing and everything else. But what's happening is that you're missing out on the process itself. So if you get a manual to something and you need to make it work, you've never used a computer before, you're going to need a manual. You're going to need to watch a video on it. You're going to need to then practice. And then you're going to need to get the experience. So the experience isn't something that you get straight away. It's something that comes out of taking the process along the way. Not because you just jumped in and say you got a new car, it's a Ferrari, and you've never driven it before, and your car before was going 80 miles an hour, and now you can go 280 miles an hour, or whatever it is. And you start to go 200 miles an hour, you're going to crash. And, you know, that's the reality of it. So many people now want experiences. They want to jump in, they want to do it, but they don't want to train properly because they don't, give it enough time. And the problem with those things are you're cutting yourself out and not giving yourself the journey, the process. You're not going through those steps where you fall down, make mistakes, get up, make mistakes, get up. That is the process that somebody who masters something will take. Now you might say, I don't want to master anything, I just want to experience things. You go on holiday, you jump into a boat, you go skiing. You can't go water skiing unless you take some lessons, you go through the process, and then you can water ski. Because otherwise, if you just say, hey, I've got this, and you jump in, you don't even know how to get up when the boat starts to go, and you just keep going head first into the water. Same thing, you want to go surfing. You got to learn. I've been surfing once or two times, and I thought the same thing. Hey, I'll just jump on it. I've seen that on TV, and it doesn't work that way. So if you want to go through the process of something and learn about it and get deeply into it, then your experience that comes out of what you get is because you went through the process. This way you won't be frustrated. You won't be frustrated that you don't know enough, that you haven't learned enough, that you aren't getting enough. Because experiences are only one part of the equation. And they should really be the part of the equation when you've gone through the process and you've come out of it and you've got many more experiences. But it's only a fraction. It's a very small fraction. It's kind of like when people do yoga postures and think that's yoga. That's a very small fraction of the totality of what yoga is. And for somebody who truly practices, they know that that's not yoga. So here I'm encouraging you to get involved. Don't be in a hurry. And if you are in a hurry, you're going to make more mistakes. And then you're going to get disillusioned by the process and think, I need to change the path. I need to change into something else. I need to do something else. And this is very typical of where in my world people come, they want to teach yoga, they want to teach Ayurveda, they want to learn all these different sciences. They take many, many years to discover, and really you're discovering it within you, because nothing in the universe is new. And everybody knows this, but we do discover things for ourselves. We do discover things outside and within ourselves. So if we don't want to miss out on the actual journey, we should take it step by step. And this goes for anything you do. If you have a new job, don't think you're going to be the boss, in a year. Just take it step by step, keep working. There's so many beautiful stories about people who say, yeah, I used to work in the mailroom of this company, 30 years went by and I became the boss. That's a journey. That's all those steps that we had to take to get to where we are. I've studied for many years Ayurveda and yoga, and I've become somewhat of a master at what I do. But every day. But I'm not a master like my guru, right? Because 70 years of practice, totally different. So we are all mini masters in what we do if we do it perfectly. But we don't have the experiences of the people above us, and we need to keep learning from them and keep moving forward. But they need to be quite a few steps ahead of us. If we're only following the person who's one step ahead of us, then they're going to be making their own mistakes, and then those are going to be our mistakes. We need to follow people who are way ahead in that sense. So at work, you're learning to be a balance, and balance is all about going forward in the right way at the right timing and not jumping steps. So yes, the experience is important, the process is way more important, the journey is way more important, and that's really what's going to give you the best experience that you can possibly get out of anything that you do. Namaste.